Hi, this is Nick Peet, boxing editor for the Liverpool Echo, and it's upon us. It's Friday, October the 30th, and we've got this big professional boxing show at the Echo Arena that the city has been waiting for so many weeks now. It feels like a lifetime ago the fight was first announced, but it's finally upon us. It's here. The city's ready. We're expecting, 5,000-6,000 fight fans inside the Echo Arena, and it's going to be a hell of a show. I'm going to take you now through the entire bill, and of course culminating in that top of the bill British super middleweight title fight between Liverpool rivals Tony Quigley and Paul Smith. The show tonight begins at 6:45 p.m. With an undercard fighter, a guy from Swansea called Tobias Webb, one of the rising stars in the Sports Network stable. He's only had a couple. I think he's had 2 and 1-2. He's going against an international opponent. It's worth getting in for. If you're a fight fan, for the purists, this is the kind of bill you don't want to miss any of the fights. All these guys are rising stars. Leads me perfectly to fight number 2. Begins at 7:05 p.m. Jamie Cox from Swindon, a magnificent talent, Commonwealth Games medalist, takes on Manu Solari from Nottingham based, a guy with not a sensational record, only 4 for 9, a little bit of a one-sided contest, I've got to say. But this Jamie Cox, if you're a fight fan, you've really got to get down there and see this kid. He's 12-0, undefeated in 12 fights with 7 knockouts. A real rising star. He's a welterweight, and you can expect him to be fighting for the British title inside the next 12 months. Fight number 3, here come the local boys. 7:35 p.m. Stephen Smith, Liverpool's rising featherweight star, taking on his toughest test so far, Gavin Reid from Coventry, a very good contender. This guy, Gavin Reid, took on another Liverpool prospect, John Donnelly, less than 12 months ago. Donnelly, a rising bantamweight star, stopped Donnelly in about 4 rounds. It's a tough one for Stephen Smith. Smith, though, 7-0, former Commonwealth Games gold medalist, robbed of his place at the Beijing Olympics. Probably one of the most talented amateur boxers the city's Liverpool's produced in so many years. Massive things are expected of this kid. I'm talking world title fights in the future for sure. Make sure you've got to be in your seat by then. 7:30 p.m. to see Stephen Smith, young Swifty, going for yet another knockout victory. Moving on to bout number 4. Unfortunately, the co-headliner was supposed to be Michael Jennings, taking on British welterweight champion Kell Brook. Unfortunately, Kell Brook from Sheffield picked up a bit of flu a couple of weeks ago and had to pull out of the fight. So Michael Jennings treads a little bit of water here. He's coming back from a world title defeat over in New York against Miguel Cotto, who takes on Manny Pacquiao next. That's the level this kid's been at. You know, he's been with the very best in the division. He marks time, unfortunately, that British title fight off against the guy from Budapest called Laszlo Komjadi. The guy looked great on the scales yesterday. A little bit of a campaigner, but certainly fitting up for it. Michael Jennings, 35-2 with 17 knockouts. We'll be looking for good things here, looking for a big result from him, a big performance, and then hopefully that Brook fight will happen early in the new year. Fight number 5, a future golden boy of British boxing, Frankie Gavin, the only British fighter ever to win a gold medal at the World Championships. He's up at welterweight, from Birmingham. He's taken on a bit of a local rival. It's a bit of a derby match, taking on a guy called Steve Saville, who basically, this is the type of boxer who holds the key to title level in and around the light welterweight division. He's one of them guys, always on the periphery, always on the fringes of title class. You beat these kind of guys, that's when you start mixing it in title class yourself. So it's a good step up for Gavin. He's had 3 so far since he turned professional, won all 3 by knockout. An incredible talent. Many Liverpool fight fans will have seen him when he boxed for England here on numerous occasions, and he's got a big following in Liverpool. But Saville, 19-6, is a good campaigner. Been around, as I say, with some of the best in the division. A good test for Gavin, this one. Moving on to fight number 6, and it's the rising star of our own, another superstar from Liverpool, Tony the Knockout King Bellew, the bomber himself, stepping up to 8 rounds. His fight's due to start about 9:05 this evening. He's a light heavyweight shooting star. If you've not seen him before, get down there quick. There's a reason why this guy's being called the new John Conte, mark my words. He's an incredible talent with freakish punch power. However, he's got a great test tonight. They tried to make a Commonwealth title fight for Tony Bellew for this show. They couldn't pull it off in time. So they've brought in another Hungarian, Vindrich Velecki. This guy, 16 wins, 15 knockouts, says it all about his record. This guy can punch. So it's a worrying fight for Bellew. It's power against power. Is it a question of who lands first? We'll find out. But this type of fight, this type of opponent, this type of scalp will make Tony Bellew into the future champion we all hope and we all convinced he's going to be. Wins well here, definitely. Bellew, New Year, title fight. Who knows? Could even be back in Liverpool. We go live on Sky Sports 1 at 10 p.m. the show tonight. But before that, they're hoping to slip in Liam Smith, the third brother on the bill. Young beefy. He's a light welterweight rising star. He's 3-0 as a professional. He steps up as well. Takes on a guy called Darren Gethin from Walsall. Not a fantastic record, Gethin, but boxes regular. Very, very rarely gets stopped. And it should be a good little test for Liam Smith after 3 fights of his professional career. Boom. Then we go live, 10 p.m. Beijing gold medalist James DeGale, middleweight star. Massive, massive things are expected of this kid. He gets a good test of his own. He's only had 3 fights since he turned pro. Won them all well. He takes on another unbeaten fighter, a guy from Cumbria called Ali Morrison. I've heard Morrison apparently is bringing down a few from the Lakes as well, so he will have a good support, but he's undefeated in 3 fights himself, so he will come to fight, and I think that will bring out the very best in James DeGale. Finally, we have another floater swinging round. It could go before the main event, more than likely will go afterwards. Joe Selkirk, Liverpool's rising welterweight star. You cannot believe how good a boxer this kid is. He's so undervalued. His quality of boxing is frightening. Plus, he can punch with either hand as well. Gets a terrific contest here. Alex Spitko, who is such a durable campaign. I've seen him box so many times. He's from Eastern Europe, based out of Manfield. Not got the most terrific record, but another one of these campaigners, you know what you're getting from him, and he will make Joe Selkirk work. Very rarely gets stopped, Spitko. If Selkirk can stop him tonight, that will be a tremendous, tremendous performance, and it's the 3rd contest as a professional. Then we come to the main event. It's due to start around 10:30 p.m. this evening. Of course, it's live on Sky Sports. British super middleweight title, 12 3-minute rounds. The champion Tony Quigley making his first defence against city rival Paul Smith. This fight is incredible. The pressure is mounting now. These last few days, both fighters have shown signs of cracking. You know, throw the British title away, this is still a tremendous fight. This is the pride of Liverpool. This is the new cock of the dock. This is, who is the best fighter in the city right now. That's what this fight means. Quigley, after his performance against Tony Dodson in March when he claimed the title, was incredible, and it gained him so much respect and such a strong fan base in the city that I think so many fight fans are going there tonight just to see Quigley, just to see if he can do it again, if he can use that tremendous heart, tremendous bravery to come through another stern test. But that's exactly what this is, a stern test. Paul Smith can punch. Left hand, right hand, uppercuts, body shots, hooks, straight crosses, you name it. Paul Smith has got everything in his arsenal. Back in 2002, he won a Commonwealth Games silver medal. People might remember him. He was on the Contender show over in America. Really was one of these stars out of Liverpool that looked like he was going to go on and cruise to a world title. His career's slowed down of late. He's not done too much over the last 2 years, but he insists that's through lack of motivation, through lack of major title fights. What he wants is title fights, and we will see the best of him, says the challenger. Doesn't come any bigger than this. Hometown, 6,000 people. You're fighting a local rival. You're top of the bill. It's time for Paul Smith to deliver. He says he will. We'll find out tonight. But it's all about Quigley again. Quigley was incredible in March. Can he do it again? Can he produce another one of those incredibly brave performances? Can he weather the storm from Paul Smith early on? Can he come through the fight tonight? Can he have his ratings raid at the end? Tremendous sporting achievement for Liverpool. I'm so excited, as is the rest of the city. This is where sport is all about in Liverpool tonight. Echo Arena. If you can't make it there, live on Sky Sports 1 at 10 p.m. I can't wait.